It's great to be able to talk about La Nonna. La Nonna, that's the Italian for my grandmother. Rachele. Rachele was a very beautiful, quite stunning, elegant, strong, nearly flamboyant woman, which is kind of, her character was all the more unusual in that she came from a time and a place that was not exactly liberal or that was quite conservative. This was Calabria, Catanzaro. She was a bit of a misfit. She didn't quite fit into the way of life. There she used to escape at night as a young girl to go to the opera. She would dye her hair, kind of change color all the time, and so she was in trouble with her mom all the time. She escaped once more, this time eloped with somebody she had fallen in love, and they escaped to Roma, and there my father was born. They split up eventually. She stayed in Rome, and that's where her creativity took off. Even as a single mom of a child, she would do modeling, she would do shop windows, interior decoration. She was just quite amazing and stunning. And then as a grandmother, she was endlessly inspiring. Her house was full of flowers, and she had the most amazing objects that I still remember vividly. She would light incense, tell us all the stories of the operas, La Traviata, and Madame Butterfly, all these things that didn't really interest us so much as children, but somehow were made fascinating by her presence. Take us to the museums, Villa Chigi, Villa Paganini. And then, particularly, she had a set of large tomes of the Divine Comedy by Dante Alighieri, amazing illustrations from many artists. And she would just sit us, myself and my brother and my sister, at her table, and just give us pencils and paper and get us to draw. And the illustrations were grotesque and frightening. Of course, the childhood imagination was completely engaged with this, really in awe of all the, especially the demonic horrors, but also the kind of the realms of heaven. Beatrice was just amazing. Ironically, later on, here in Ireland, I ended up making some drawings about the Divine Comedy that were then shown in Italy with a musician friend. And as it happens, this friend had the same tomes of the Divine Comedy that my grandmother had. So Rachele also liked us kids to sing and dance and dress up and perform for her. So there was a performative quality to her in her everyday life as well. She loved to take off accents and kind of imitate accents. And sometimes she would actually, I think she actually believed that she was from a different place, and people actually believed it. She was quite a character, quite powerful, to the point that she was a little bit scary. She was imposing, you know, and she got a great figure, you know, even as an old woman, really tall with this mane of kind of leonine white hair and her amazing fur coats and great posture all the time. She was quite impressive. In fact, she's always inspired me. I found recently an old journal with little kind of sketches and photographs I had compiled of this iconic figure, who for me really was the inspiration for my creativity, but also for being a female in a female body. You know, some kind of female role model, not her beauty and her aesthetic sense, but her courage and her fierceness. She is aptly buried in a cemetery in Gran Canaria on a volcano, overlooking the sea. Just maybe, you know, poetic kind of justice, something about the passion and fieriness of her character. So La Nonna, I still talk to her in my own way.